What's up, guys? Casanova here. I just wanted to bring to you guys a conversation that I was just thinking about a little bit ago, and I decided I was going to go live. Thank you, everybody, for always tuning in. I definitely want to say because I often have a lot of things to say, but I don't necessarily go live a lot of the times, but I'm always encouraged to. So, my hope, my promise to all of you guys is that I will continue to go live more because I do get so much feedback on it and just kind of tell you all where my mindset is and kind of get some more feedback. So the first thing I want to say is thanks Jason for joining. Thanks Brian. Thanks Riley. But I want to reflect on the weekend that I just had because it was super powerful. And then I also want to talk to you guys about another story about operating on purpose. So reflection over the weekend. So Friday night I was able to go to the Angels Among Us gala. It was at View on State Street. That was absolutely phenomenal. Shout out to Susie Nelson, the entire staff at the Angels Among Us. If you're not familiar with it, it benefits children that are battling or their families that are also battling childhood cancer. So that was a phenomenal event. And something really big happened to me at that event on Friday night. So having a good time. The event's almost over, and I wound up connecting with a high school girl, and she was just in remission. And Susie introduces me to her, and we instantly, start to connect. And she's telling me a little bit about her story. And I won't say her name just because now we're Facebook friends, and I believe that some other people, might know who she is. So good to meet you again, and I really appreciated our conversation. But I'll tell you, we got into conversation, and at that moment, I could see that there wasn't a ton of confidence there, right? Which it's okay, when I noticed that there wasn't a lot of confidence when she was telling her story, I instantly went into protection mode. Right. And what I mean by protection mode is I instantly went into making sure that she did have that confidence. I instantly went into telling her that she inspired me and her journey inspires me. And there's so many other people that are here every single day that want to hear her story, that want to persevere. And it got to the point that even she started to cry. And for me, that wasn't the intent. The intent was just to make sure that she understood that she had a place on this world, right? And she inspired me because after hearing her story, so much of the time people would tell me how I inspire them, but for her, I just wanted her to know that she mattered. That was the big thing. And so it was a fantastic conversation. Her mom even came up and just said thank you at the end. And then the next day she even wound up reaching out to me just saying, hey, thanks for our conversation, and hopefully I can continue to build a connection with her. And again, every single chance, let her know that she matters and she has a purpose on this world. So why, or in this world, so why do I tell you all that story? And thanks again for everybody who's joining in right now. But why do I tell you all that story? Is because so much of the time we protect our children, we protect our nieces, nephews, grandchildren, and a lot of times we even protect our friends. But in my opinion, we don't give enough protection to our own mindset. A lot of the times we let other people, put their fears on us in the form of protection, and we stop forgetting to protect our own mindset. And we stop forgetting that, hey, I necessarily can't be around this person because they don't protect my mindset the way that I need to. And that kind of transitions into, purpose. And for me, I went to Iowa City on Saturday, and it was a phenomenal time. Shout out to my guy, Justin Scaff, for inviting me. And we had a great time, even though the Hawkeyes did not get the W. But that's here nor there. But I was thinking on my way there, and I'm like, okay, I've been doing a lot right now. I got a lot of cool things that are going on, and every day I'm operating on a faster and faster and faster pace. And I started to ask myself, like, why? Right? If we keep digging down deeper, we got to keep asking why, and we can't look at the surface problems, but why? Like, what is my purpose? What am I trying to operate on? And then, I was asking, and I necessarily didn't get the answers right away that I wanted, right? Well, fast forward to last night, and I'm I'm driving a basketball practice with my son CJ, and we had talked about last week whenever he's kind of on the court, that every time he, let's say for instance, he cuts to the basket, right? When they're such a young age, we're teaching kids to cut to the basket, but be looking for the basket, call for the ball when you cut to the basket, right? Don't just run with your head down. Same thing in football, right? You're always looking for the ball if you're a wide receiver, tight end, whatever it might be. And so I asked him, I was like, well, how come you're running? Why do you cut? And he's like, I don't know, right? And then I go into it to being able to coach him, and I tell him, you cut for purpose, right? Everything that you do in life, whether it's on the basketball court, off the basketball court, truly in life, you have to do it with a purpose. So I asked him, I said, do you know what purpose means? And he says, no. And I was like, it means that you have an intent for what you're doing. You have a reason of why you're doing what you're doing. And he kind of got it. And so then we started to go into some kind of likes, right? So I said, well, what's your reason to go to school? And he said, to learn. Okay, so you go to school for a purpose, to learn, right? And I said, what's the reason that you play sports? And he says, to make friends. Okay, so you go to school for the purpose, or you play sports for the purpose of making friends so you can build more relationships, right? In the future, no matter what the sport is that it is. So a lot of the times when we're just doing something, we're not understanding that we need to operate on a purpose, and we need to understand and have clarity of what that purpose is. Right. And so I just wanted to take this time to come to you all to reflect on it, and hopefully you all can, agree, disagree, or let me know your feedback on it. But it really aligned with me this weekend because, again, on Friday I had this conversation. On Saturday it was more of a fun day, but it allowed me to reflect. And then on Sunday it all came back full circle for me. And what it showed me is the reason why I do what I do, what my purpose is to be able to make sure that I can impact on a positive level and let others know that they matter, right? And so it happens with my son every day, and it was able to happen for me on Friday. And just that interaction, that connection, and the connection that I have with so many of you all every single day, and just trying to build more relationships. That's something that's been really, really big for me. So I just wanted to share that with all of you all. If you do me a favor too, if you go over to my Facebook page, I'm going to start to do more videos. That's a promise. That's a commitment that I've made to myself, because other people have asked, why do I not do more videos? So that's something that I will be bringing to you all. And just every single day, I have a dope conversation, most of the time with many of you, but also just, with people all across the country. I'm having dope conversations, whether it be on real estate or marketing or sales or whatever. And I just want to be able to make sure that I bring that information back, and hopefully I can teach someone else something, or at least inspire them to go out and get the knowledge and the information themselves. So thanks to everybody who joined in. I appreciate each and every one of you all. And again, if you haven't already gone to my fan page or business page, that is where I'm going to start to do daily videos every single day, and just make that commitment to myself. So thanks again for joining. We'll talk soon. Always remember, in the dream we trust. Talk to you guys.